Hello everybody, Iain Robson here. Welcome back to Project Cars. Today we're racing again in Sonoma Raceway GP. This is in USA. And today we're racing with the Ford Fusion stock car again. And the reason why I chose a stock car is because I was looking on YouTube, and actually apparently there's a sprint car race that's in Sonoma. That's like a stock car, so... Whoa. Just seemed like the right thing to do, basically, so... Let's see how we can, let's see how this race goes at least, so. It's funny, I raced this race like 2 or 3 times yesterday. Yesterday evening, I should say. Or was it morning? I can't remember. And the funny thing was, I raced an Indy car and a Corvette as well. The Indy car was easy. The Corvette was hard. Because you just have way too much horsepower. Kind of like these cars a little bit, actually. So it was pretty difficult to get any speed without making a huge mess of things. It's kind of like this little section here. See if we can get past this guy here. A little bit of nudge there, it says NASCAR. It's funny, you really gotta pay attention with these cars, because like, if you put your foot down, there's a lot of power there, and they will slide really easily. Especially around turns, I've discovered. They're not like Indy cars, where you could like gun it and like...
We've got some pressure from the guy behind.
I noticed.
As late as you can, you may need to cover the inside line.
So anyways, it's not like Indy cars where you can put your foot down and you can just go. You don't have to worry about it. With F1 cars, it's the same sort of idea. You can just continuously put your... Whoops. You can put your foot down really easily and just go for it in a straight line. But you really gotta be careful still. Give him a little nudge on the inside there. Nice. Make the turn, make the turn. There we go. Nice. It's all about putting your foot down, but just not all the way. And that's the hard thing to do. Because if you put your foot down all the way, that's when you start to make mistakes. I find, at least. See if we can get past this guy. Nope. Didn't have enough speed going around that turn there. Alright, that's okay. A little nudge on the inside here. Nice. This turn is really hard in this car, actually. Because you can't put your foot down like you can in some of the other cars. Or else the tail end will just whip out. I find, at least. Because like with the Indy car, you can like put your foot down throughout the whole turn, basically. But not in this car, because this car just too much power in the rear tires, and basically it just slides. That's right, I'm right there. Bump him into the wall. I don't know what the rules are associated with nudging and bumping people in NASCAR. If you know the rules, let me know below, just briefly. Because some of the rules are different. Like in F1, you just don't want to hit somebody at all because it's just bad news bears. But I think NASCAR, it's accepted to a certain extent. Let's see if we can get around that guy there on the inside here. It's funny, you can feel when the car is like starting to slide a little bit. It's kind of funny. Especially with the steering wheel. Out of the way. Go, go. Go, 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 go. I think we passed him. I love this. The way this car sounds is awesome. And the Corvette sounds really good. The Corvette's like a deep sound, like a deep throaty sound. It's crazy. Nice. And this section, you can't go. I don't know. You don't have enough. You don't have a lot of space to try and pass people. But I don't know. I like this course though. It's a nice course. I did try it with an F1 car the other day too, which was really hard because this course is slow right now. In comparison to an F1, like when you drive this in an F1 car, it is like completely different. Nice. On the inside.
Okay, mate, you're in 6. P5 is not far away. Keep pushing, you can catch him.
Alright, alright.
Switch on and stay focused. We need consistent lap times now. Really push hard.
See if we can get around the turn. Nice. Anyways, yeah, like I was saying, this course is ridiculously fast with an F1 car. Oh, careful, start to slide there a little bit. Like it is, like honestly, like so fast with an F1 car because you put your foot down through this turn, and by the time you know it, you're like at the end of the turn already. Whereas this car, honestly, it feels slow in comparison to like the Indy car, and like just because of the way they're designed, it's much different. Oh, that's not good. It's much different, right? So it's expected to feel different when you race it. Alright, coming up to this last turn here. See if we can't get ahead of this guy here.
Think about where he's slower than you. Keep pushing and see if you can take him under braking into the slow corners.
Good. That was a slower turn, apparently. Well, we went off the track, so that doesn't help. It's so difficult sometimes because you don't realize what you're trying to do, and you're like, oh, okay, am I gonna try and pass? Am I not? Because you want to stay close, but not so close that you just bump into him. Let's see if we can do this here on the inside. Oh, I didn't like that too much, did you?
Fastest lap of the race.
Oh really? I'm surprised. I didn't think it was that fast. Especially when I messed up that turn. Yeah, this little section right at the track is so difficult because you go up a hill and then down a hill. And if you put your foot down too much around the top of the hill, you're kind of like, you're in the air a little bit. Oh, that was close.
He looks weak in the slow corners. See if you can slip up the inside under braking. Keep the pressure on.
But yeah, you go up and over the hill, and as you're going over the hill, you want to hit the gas because like you got you have like the like a time to do it. But if you do it too much, you put your foot down too much around that turn, it's terrible. All right, on the inside maybe. No, not enough speed. So that was a little bit too hard of a bump. Sorry. Probably get a caution flag or something for that. Alright. I don't know, like, I know depending which kind of racing you're doing, like some bumping is okay. Like NASCAR, I think it's okay. I think it's GT racing. It's okay as well. F1 and Indy, I think it's frowned upon because there's really nothing to bump in those cars, and if you do bump it, it's like boom. There's like nothing left of the car. Alright. It's a bit wide, but that's okay. Let's see if we can't do this here. Foot down.
Okay, you've got good pace. It's time to turn it on a bit. Let's push a little harder.
Nice. That was a good pass on the inside. Oh, don't lose it over here. He's like right behind me. I can see it in the rearview mirror up there. Alright. There's that bend. It goes down. Alright, let's see if we can get around this turn without losing speed this time as much. Good. Up and over. It's funny, because I've raced this race a few times now, I know the course a lot better now than I did before. And it makes a big difference. And that's why you practice, right? Especially for like, if you're doing like iRacing, for example, like that's where you really have to practice. Like you're also racing with other people and you're paying to race, essentially, so it makes sense to practice. Alright. That's a little too fast in that turn there.
You've got a 3-second lead, that's great. Stay focused and keep pushing.
3-second lead, wow. That seems like a lot. Alright, good. Ooh, careful. So, alright, let's see if we can make this turn. This is the turn where you're in like F1, this turn right here we're coming up to. When I was racing Indy cars and F1 cars, this is the turn you make passes on, because as soon as you get a straightaway, you just gun it and you can go so fast. These cars don't speed up quite as fast as the F1 or the Indy cars, which is expected because it's a stock car. Nice! I'm surprised I was able to get first place again. What was our time? Wow, we really were faster than the guy behind us. That is awesome. Very cool. Alright folks, that'll be it for me for today. Hope you enjoyed that other episode of Project Cars. My name's Iain Robson. If you enjoy, why don't you go ahead and hit that subscribe button for some more racing action. Catch you guys later.